So, you think you're pretty up to date on how people talk these days? Well, today we're going to put that to the test. We're diving headfirst into the wild, fast moving world of modern slang with a quick little lingo quiz. Seriously, how fluent are you? We're about to walk through a few everyday scenarios, and your job is to pick the perfect slang for each one. You ready to see how you stack up? All right, let's get into it. First up, we've got a classic situation, sharing some juicy gossip. You know, it happens everywhere in every friend group, but the real question is, do you know how to talk about it correctly? Let's find out. Okay, picture this conversation. Somebody is trying to figure out who let the cat out of the bag about Vicky's party. What word, what phrase fits right into that blank? You know, what's the term for revealing a secret? All right, here are your choices. Did the person A, spill the tea, B, drop receipts, C, ghost, or D, flex? Now, they're all kind of related to modern social stuff, but only one of them is the perfect fit here. Go ahead, lock in your answer. And the answer is spilled the tea. If you got one right, you're off to a fantastic start. Spilling the tea is all about sharing that inside scoop, the drama, the good stuff. The whole idea actually comes from the question, what's the tea, which was popularized in Black drag culture, where the T stands for truth. It's basically the new way of saying, dishing the dirt. Okay, on to our next round. We've gone from starting the drama to, well, ending it. This one is all about resolving conflict and just moving on. So in this situation, you've got two friends, Dave and Mike, who've had this long-running argument, what the text here calls beef. But it's finally over. What's the phrase that means they've decided to just end the conflict for good? So what did they do? Did they A, squash the beef, B, let it slide, C, dead it, or D, chillax? Take a sec and think about which one of these really means to end a feud. If you went with squash the beef, you nailed it. The word beef, meaning like a grudge or a rivalry, has deep roots in hip-hop culture. And squashing it? I mean, that's such a great visual, right? It means you're totally crushing the conflict, just ending it and putting the argument behind you. Let's do this. Round 3. For this one, we're jumping into a school setting, and we're going to see a term that is pulled straight from the world of gaming. So here's what's happening. A teacher calls on a student who is totally unprepared, and they just freeze. They're completely stuck under the pressure. Their friend uses a super specific term to describe this blank, almost robotic state. So, was the student in A, NPC mode, B, lag mode, C, buffering mode, or D, ghost mode? It's kind of funny, all of these options with their little icons come from technology, right? But only one of them perfectly captures someone who's just not showing any original thought. What do you think? And the answer is NPC. Yep, this comes right out of video games. Non-player characters are all those background figures with pre-programmed lines. So in real life, when you call someone an NPC, you're saying they seem like they're on autopilot. They're not really thinking for themselves, just staring blankly like they're waiting for someone to give them a command. And for our final round, we're wading into the tricky waters of modern dating. This is a place where a whole new dictionary has popped up just to describe all the unique challenges and, the warning signs. So here's the last scenario, a breakup. A friend is trying to guess why it happened, and they're suggesting there were really obvious warning signs in the relationship the whole time. What do we call those signs? Are those big warning signs A, red flags, B, sus vibes, C, a fake flex, or D, giving ick? Look, all of these could definitely be bad things, but which one has become the go-to term for a major, unmistakable warning sign? And the answer is a term that has absolutely exploded into the mainstream: red flags. Now, the idea itself isn't new, of course, but its popularity just blew up on social media, with people sharing stories and pointing out these clear-as-day warning signs. Think of it as the ultimate deal-breaker alarm. And that's a wrap on the quiz. So, how'd you do? Hey, whether you got every single one right or just picked up a few new phrases, you've officially expanded your modern vocabulary. Let's do a super quick review of what we covered. So today, we hit some real essentials. We learned that spilling the tea is how you share gossip, squashing the beef is for ending a fight, an NPC is someone who seems to be on autopilot, and red flags are those huge relationship warning signs you just can't ignore. All this just goes to show you that language is never, ever standing still. The words we talked about today are pretty common now, but brand new ones are being invented all the time, bubbling up from different corners of the internet before they hit the big time. It really makes you wonder, what slang are we all going to be using a year from now?